Okay, what's up? This is going to be me talking about Rematch, okay, and specifically my problems with Rematch. And now I actually haven't even played really in the last month. And mostly, yeah, I just don't think the game's going anywhere. It never really was that big even to begin with, so I know this video is going to get like no views. Maybe the occasional person who searches up Rematch and then they see this and then click on it and they're like, okay, this isn't nobody talking about the game. Click off, whatever. But yeah, somebody who's dumped in like 200, 300 hours in Rematch, and I hit the top rank. I forgot. I think it's Elite or something. I feel like I actually have a good grasp of what all the game has to offer now. And yeah, it pretty much has nothing really to offer. And the new seasons offered nothing new. And yeah, we're just going to talk about it. So for one, the game mechanics. Now, I feel like every update they kind of change it up, so this video might be dated already because like I said, I haven't played in a while. But yeah, the game mechanics, bro. I think the game should have cooked a little longer before they released it because obviously there's a bunch of bugs. We're going to talk about that, but like I said, real quick, I do want to get this out the way is the game mechanics. And there's a specific mechanic in my mind. Now, I probably will have a clip kind of showing it off because I'm not recording me talking and playing at the same time. And I don't know the terms for these new mechanics or whatever. I'm sure there's stupid crap it's called. I don't care. Basically, anyone who's taken the game a little bit seriously would know what the Ippy slide is, okay? A really easy mechanic that really anyone can do, and it's not really like overpowered because once you play like a few matches, you can kind of see it coming. And so, yeah, it's a cool little mechanic that is kind of actually realistic. The Ippy slide. Basically, honestly, it maybe have been a little overpowered, a little OP. A lot of people have different opinions. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think if people want to dribble the ball and not pass, that's fine. And that's another thing too. I'm going to really try not to complain about teammates too much because at the end of the day, it's a soccer game. You're always going to have to deal with teammates. There's nothing you can really do about that. But yeah, basically my problem is they have the Ippy slide. All right. Basically a fun little, maybe semi over P mechanic or whatever. It's fun. Okay. I think that it adds to the game. I think it makes it fun. Basically you kick the ball one way and then you kind of do a little run ish kind of thing the opposite way, and your character like reaches out and grabs the ball. And I don't know if it was intentional or not, whatever. Okay, basically they nerf it, and you know, you can have your own opinions if you like it or not, whether it got nerfed. But basically what's I'm stuttering, okay, sorry. Basically they nerfed the Ippy slide, which is fine if you want to do that. But the problem is at the same time they nerfed the Ippy slide, they basically, I guess, accidentally have this other mechanic that's way more overpowered. And that pretty much lasted for, I guess, all of season 1. So the Ippy slide kind of sucks now, but now you know that you nerf the Ippy slide, but then you have this totally way better mechanic to where you can basically just be running, and all of a sudden you can teleport the opposite direction and start running that way. All right, so that's kind of a problem. Okay, if you're gonna nerf something just to have something way more broken take its place, what's the point of nerfing that other thing in the first place? At least like have them both, whatever. And so I thought that was gonna get fixed, and I was kind of hoping it did because it is kind of a stupid mechanic, and it really trumps the Ippy slide by far. But we roll on, I guess. What is it? Season 2. The Ippy slide still sucks. You can't do really the Ippy slide at all effectively. And they still have this other broken mechanic. But basically this other broken mechanic got buffed. You first have to pretty much be running the opposite direction and like rotate your camera a weird way and press a few buttons. Now you're running the opposite direction in like a split second. It doesn't make any sense. It's like a frame perfect thing, kind of. Not frame perfect, but it looks like in a frame you're instantly running the other direction. Kind of a problem when you're trying to play a realistic-ish soccer game. And I thought that was going to get nerfed. But all they do in season 2 is buff it. They make it way better, way easier, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like, what are you doing? You're nerfing the Ippy slide, which is cool, okay? It actually kind of made sense seeing it in game. And now you have this other thing that doesn't make any sense. You're literally teleporting all over the place with the ball. I don't even know what it's called. Like I said, I'm going to have gameplay showing it off. I don't know if it's still in the game. If I had to guess, it probably is because I don't really think they're touching the game. They're not doing anything. And yeah, just the mechanics are kind of all over the place. Super buggy, super weird, server-sided, lag, all this weird stuff, you know, whatever. That brings me on to my next point, which I honestly is one of the biggest letdowns. For one, the shop takes a week to reset, and then it finally resets. You wait a whole week to see what new do they have to offer in this new shop. And you're going day by day. Finally, the shop resets, and what does it have to offer? Stuff that you already can buy in the game if you just go to your character customization. There's literally nothing new in the shop. It takes a week to reset, and there's nothing new. Is it really that hard to design like a new hoodie or something? And that's one of my other things is they don't actually have like a good like oversized, not really oversized-ish, but they don't have like a good hoodie in the game. This kind of just bugs me. Okay, but that's a stupid thing to be talking about. But yeah, that brings me to my next thing, which is season 0. All right, they have a battle pass, some decent stuff in there. Okay, kind of cool. But once everybody unlocked everything, you play for a little bit, and it takes a long time to level up, which we're going to get into later. Basically, everybody gets these items. Anyone who played seriously, you get all these items from Season 0. You're just waiting for Season 1. Finally, Season 1 comes out, and the Battle Pass is just mediocre at best. There's nothing new, really, nothing good. And basically, Season 0, one of the best things you could probably get out of the Battle Pass was a bucket hat. And Season 1, they just rehashed that. They didn't even think to really add any new hat. They just made another bucket hat with a weird, like, kind of crystally design on it. It's like, bro, what are we doing? But yeah, Season 1 was like, all right, well, we're pretty early on. You know, what's the game looking like? We play Season 1, play it through. It takes forever to level up and get all the way to the max tier, unlock everything that's mediocre at best. You're just getting it because you want to be a completionist, all right? You get all the items. Finally, Season 2 comes out. What does Season 2 have to offer? I don't know, bro. It's just the same game. The mechanics are kind of screwed up now because they have this overpowered thing, but the Ippy slide is nerfed into the ground. But this other thing is broken, and it just plagues all the online, like, matchmaking. Anyone who wants to dribble, you can dribble now. It's super easy, and you're just kind of glitching everywhere with the ball. It doesn't make any sense. Whatever. But now Season 2, cosmetics. It's all this, like, it sucks, dude. It just looks like stuff we already have. There's nothing new. Nothing, like, actual kind of cool. Just weird-ish designs. Nothing, like, actually, like, I look at that, and I'm like, oh, I actually want to play and get that. I looked at the Season 2 Battle Pass. I was like, all right, yeah, I don't really want to play the game anymore. But I was like, all right, Season 2, whatever. Let's look at the shop. What does the shop have to offer? Nothing. It still takes a week. There's nothing new. No new game modes. They added one new game mode, all right, where you could shoot the ball at the, like, in a circle on a wall. But I was busy for a couple days, and then what do you know? I don't even get to play it. It was a game mode for like 3 days, maybe. And that's it. It's not a new permanent game mode. And now I get the player base isn't that like big. And that brings me to my next point is honestly, another reason I stopped playing it is because for one, climbing the ranks is pretty hard. For one, you got to rely on teammates and stuff, but you know, can't help that. It's a soccer game. But matchmaking takes like 5 to 6 minutes. There was a few times where my matchmaking canceled because it was taking so long. Like once it gets to like 10 minutes, it times out and I got to start matchmaking again. It's like, am I really going to sit here for 15 minutes just to get in a game and my teammate might shoot on my own net because nobody cares about the game really? Yeah, no thanks, bro. I don't want to sit here 5 minutes trying to rank up. It takes forever to rank up. And of course, that's another thing everyone kind of had a problem with is the fact that you couldn't rank down in Season 0. It doesn't make any sense. What is the point of ranked if you can't rank down? You could be the worst player in the world and you could hit elite because you can't rank down. If you just get lucky enough and win a few games in a row, you're ranking up. It's a terrible ranking progression system. Now that's fixed, thankfully. But another kind of little dumb thing is Season 1, you could still not rank down for about half the season. So in the first half, you could have probably reached elite pretty easy. Just play and you have no real fear of ranking down. But then halfway through Season 1, they make it to where you can rank down. And so basically some people who get the title of elite or whatever, the highest rank, half of them are basically valid and half are not. Like, why not just save that till Season 2 to actually, like, you know, introduce like a new ranking system? Like, I don't think introducing that in the middle of a season is really a good idea. Like, I don't know if I'm like an idiot or something, or maybe I'm a genius. I think revamping how the ranking system works in the middle of a season is just something you don't do. You do that season by season. Just doesn't really make sense to me, but you know, whatever. Bad game decision, whatever. It's not even that big of a deal. Nobody plays. It's just ranks. Who cares, right? But yeah, honestly, I kind of already covered everything there is to cover. And now I feel like it's kind of a short video, and that's kind of going to bring me to my next reason, is that there's really nothing about the game that's going to keep you there. It can be cool to get into and play a little bit, but it's really hard to stay playing when there's nothing new to offer every single season, especially for someone like me, especially in a casual match even, because they're keeping track of your like unranked rank or whatever, you know, like your hidden rank in casual matches, which every game kind of does. It's skill-based matchmaking. But even whenever you get kind of to like the top, how I did, and I'm not saying I'm the best, but I did hit elite. And so when I'm trying to search for a casual match, even that can take like 3 minutes to get into a match. And it's because I think it's trying so hard to match me with other people my level, which it just becomes not fun at that point because I just want to casually play. And I get it, you know, maybe don't put me with a brand new player, but it's like if I want to play the game, I have to play with somebody else because it speeds up the matchmaking for some reason. But yeah, I'm sure everybody's had a problem with having to wait a while in the game, even probably like new people, new ranks. I mean, what's your first impression of a game? When you first install it, you play it, maybe you practice a little bit or something, and then you try to search for a match and you're sitting there for 4 minutes waiting to play a game. And then you get in and people like probably leave the game halfway through. I don't even know why, bro. I don't know. It's just like a lot of people just leave games. I leave a bunch of games to be honest. Probably because I get bad teammates and I'm like, all right, I just don't even want to play this guy. I leave, whatever. But then it's like, all right, I got to put in all this time to level up because leveling up takes so long, and I don't know why they did that. I think it's to make you play more and more, but at the end of the day, it kind of just takes away because I'm like, all right, I got to play so much, and half the time I'm playing, I'm really just waiting for the match to start. I'm waiting for it to queue. So what's the point of me even playing if it's just kind of taking up my time and I'm not enjoying it anymore? And I'm just like, all right, I don't even want to play. I got better things I can play. But yeah, the matchmaking takes too long. And I mean, I don't even know, dude. What else is there? What else can I complain about? I kind of already talked about the modes. There's only like 3 modes they have to offer. You have 3v3, 4v4, and then 5v5. And I get it's kind of a small, simplistic game. And I don't know, bro. I guess it was fun while it lasted. But I mean, this is all old gameplay, bro. I haven't played in a while. I don't know really anything new. Like I said, the video's already dated because I haven't played it in a while. And that's just the problem, is there's nothing enticing me to play it. Maybe I'll check it out when Season 3 drops, see if there's anything new, anything worth playing. But, it just takes too long to level up. And maybe not even level up, because I am level like, I don't know, maybe 100, 200 something. I don't remember. But specifically the Battle Pass rewards, bro. I don't want to play so much to just unlock rewards I don't even care for it. And like, none of this stuff looks cool. I don't care. I don't want to really give you any more money. It was already $30 on release for a game that really wasn't even finished. And that's another big issue a lot of people had, is the fact that it's a lot of money for a game that's really not that finished. It makes it hard to get into. And I guess I can swing back around to game mechanics, is that the game mechanics are a little like, I don't know how to describe it. Sorry, bro, a little crash out because I'm stuttering. I forgot the word. I think it's priority. Yeah, priority is basically a core game mechanic that doesn't really make sense, but it does once you understand it. But if you don't understand it, you don't really know what's going on. You're like, how did that guy kick the ball when that clearly should have been my ball? And it's because of all this stupid hidden little kinks in the game that I guess you can call a priority. Basically, if you're looking a certain way, if you click the button at a certain time, who's passing the ball, which direction the ball is moving, how far away you are from the net, all these things change, quote unquote, priority. Basically, who's going to kick the ball, because you guys can both kick the ball at the same time. But thanks to priority, all these little minute details is going to depend on who gets the ball. And that changes a lot of how you play the game. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I guess it's just one of those games that kind of stopped being fun for me. And it kind of sucks because I really did enjoy it. I'll probably try it again soon and see how I feel, see what they're doing with it maybe. But it's just another, I guess, classic case of it's kind of a small game. You don't really see a future for it, and it's probably just going to die out. A lot of people called it dead on launch, which to be honest, it might have been. So yeah, I mean, I guess those are my problems with Rematch, bro. That's my yapping session. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a part 2 in like a year, see where the game's at, if it's even still a thing in a year. I don't know, bro. I don't know how many people are playing. And I'm sure it's probably less than it was. If I were to try to play now, I don't think I'm going to get a match. I think I would probably have to sit there for at least 3 minutes before I can get into a match. And that's just, I don't like that, bro. It's not fun. But yeah, we're going to end it there. If there's anything that I don't, let me know. I'll actually probably look at your comments if I get any. It's probably going to be a small video. Like I said, no one really plays this game. So there's going to be even less people consuming content on the game. But yeah, with that being said, I'm going to peace out. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm
fucking levitating, bro. I give it some fucking bug.
That goes. Go, pass back, bro. Pass back, trust.
Right here, right here.
You're fucking special ed!
Oh my god.
I'm gonna make like that didn't happen for all our.
Can you shut the fuck up? Fucking Blackie, I don't play this game like you, nigger.
Holy. What the fuck?